sense now that someone said it that way, right? Or you do flashcards. Some people do that so they can learn all the key terms. Because if you can get the terms, that's a very significant part of understanding and passing the test, the key terms. Okay.
Okay, so it is 9:12 and I just finished my first class. I promised you guys I would come back during a break and I would come back after the class was done. I did not get to come back during our break. We only got one break. It was 15 minutes and it was at 7:30. I literally ran upstairs and scarfed down something to eat really quickly and I came right back to class. It went extremely fast. He did let us go early this evening because it is our first class, but I am pooped. I know it was going to be a lot of information, but I did not think we would be moving right along. Like, we covered so much material in this first book already. It's something. I don't know how many hours you need in any other state. I know that it definitely differs due to what state you will be licensed in, but I will be licensed in Connecticut. You need 64 hours here. So let me just show you quickly. Everything is highlighted as what we covered this evening. He told us where to highlight. He told us key points that we need to know. He did not read all of the things. Basically, he only read what is highlighted. But as you see, it is like we really went through some things. We took a quiz already and everything. So this was the first quiz that we took just to see where we are. Then we started unit 2. We had some graphs and some formulas. I started jotting notes in the middle already, just ways that I can remember different things. We didn't do the quiz on this one. I was gonna say, can we do the quiz before we go? But I didn't want to be that one person that's like, sis,
stop it. Get some help.
We all work today and it's time to wrap it up. So I didn't say anything, but I'm actually going to take this quiz myself right now. I think the answers are in the back just to see what I retained because it's pretty late. I mean, it's not pretty late, but it's pretty late for me because I went to work at 9 o'clock this morning and it's been 12 hours of me just focusing on something serious. So that's all we covered in today's class. There are about 30 people in my class and it ranges from 17 to up to 57. There are some students who are single parents, there's students who are pregnant, there's white, black, there's Spanish, there's literally everybody. So that was really exciting to see. Like I said before, representation definitely matters. And I really love that everybody was represented in this one class. It's gonna be a doozy, so prayers are welcome. Any advice you have, any tips you have, please send it my way. So I did find out more of just how it goes. So after you finish this class, you take their exam. Then you have to get a 70 or over to pass. If you get a 70 or over, then you get your certificate, and with that certificate, you can apply to, I think he said it's in Nevada or someplace, and then they'll give you a physical location where you'll go and actually take the licensing course. That course itself is about another 3 or 4 hours. After you take that course, you have to get a 70 or over. If you pass that course, then you have your real estate license. You need to hang your license with the brokerage for your license to even do anything. Otherwise, it's just a sheet of paper. However, if you take the school, it's called the PP test. I highly doubt it's called the PP test. Yeah, I think I'm just tired. I could have chose better words for that. The PNP test, maybe, because it's principle and practices, but it's definitely not the PP test. I don't think they make you take a PP test. Anyhow, after you take the school exam, if you fail the school exam, you do not have to take the classes all over again. He said that there is a way for you to retake that test. I don't know how that goes. I don't know how much that is. I didn't even ask any questions about it because I'm not planning to fail. I'm definitely going to be making flashcards. I'm going to be, again, highlighting everything that he tells me to. I'm going to be watching more YouTube videos because I'm sure there are like cheat sheets of how to study for the exam. I'm going to be doing all of that. You're not allowed to take the board test until you pass the school test. So school test first, then the board test, then you find the brokerage that you want to hand your license with, and then you're free to start your real estate journey. What I learned today that for me that was intriguing is we have like property and then we have the sub property. So you can actually sell your house to someone else, but you can put a contract in place where you own the sub property of the house. That sounds completely illegal, but apparently it's a thing. They strike oil, or there's coal, or there's some type of minerals below the surface of the house that we still want access to. We can still own that, and the sellers will still own the house. I didn't know that, and that's pretty cool. What else did I learn? Oh, I learned about crops. I learned that, let me get the exact term. All right, can't find it, so I'm just going to paraphrase. But I learned that if you have crops on property that you're selling, you can actually have a contract that when you sell the property, you can still come back and harvest the crops that you planted. If it's part of like shrubbery or bushes or trees, obviously you can't come back for those because it's just greenery. But if you're harvesting a crop, you can actually come back. There's a contract that you can sign to come back to reap the harvest that you sowed because you sowed it, but that's only for one harvest, which is hilarious because when we looked at this house, the owner had an entire garden in the back that he was growing strawberries and cabbage and all those type of things. But there was actually an oil tank underneath the house somewhere, so womp womp, they had to actually come and destroy the whole thing. But ironically, if they didn't, and he wanted the contract and say, I'm coming back for my strawberries or my cabbage, he could have done that. I think I might have felt away, like, we like strawberries and cabbage in this house. But it's only for one harvest. It's not an eternal thing unless he wanted, that was another part of the contract. But if he went that serious with it, then he would have been paying rent. Anyhow, I am extremely tired. I think that this was a great way to start. This was very eye-opening, and it's going to be a lot of information. It's definitely going to be a lot. I don't know when I'm going to post this video, if it will be this month or if it will be next month. If it's this month, then I'm going to write in the comments and description box that I'm still currently in class. If I wait a month or so, just to kind of get my footing and see how I feel about it, I'll also say that too, like, hey guys, from when this video was posted, I'm actually like 4 weeks into the class or what have you. But again, I am tired, I am oily, and I am shiny, and I'm just exhausted. My real estate agents who are already out here in these fields, who took this test, even if you failed the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, whatever time you failed, but you finally passed, please leave some input in my comments. Please tell me what you feel like you could have done better, and tell me what you blew out the park, because you still passed. So you're a real estate agent. I'm looking forward to networking with all of you guys. I'm looking forward to networking with my classmates here, because at least I know that they're starting this thing out with me too. I'm looking forward to getting mentors from all walks of life. This video is going way longer than I expected. This is supposed to just be a jump in so you guys can see real time how I'm feeling after I just finished the class. I went from over there to over here. This is Jenn E signing out. I hope you guys have a good evening. Until next time. To own the subterranean. We wanna own the land underneath the house.